They are making a difference on 938 Live.
If an organization wants to build a strong pool of volunteers, it doesn't just need to stand by its beneficiaries. More and more, the strength of a charity or a non-profit or a VWO in relying on the commitment of individuals dedicating their time and effort to the cause of the organization also needs to give support, appreciation and care for those volunteers. Angie has been volunteering with the Samaritans of Singapore, or the SOS, the Suicide Prevention Agency that provides confidential emotional support to people in crisis. She received the Top Duty Contributor Award last year, having completed 215% of her duty commitment. She even often responds to appeals when there are gaps in the roster to ensure there are enough volunteers on hand. I asked her what she had expected from the experience with volunteering with SOS and whether reality had matched up.
I really didn't have any expectation, Daphne. I only knew of their confidentiality code, yeah? That was the only thing I was aware of. But since I joined it, I've been so impressed with SOS organization, the care and concern they have. They really protect us. You feel so cherished here at SOS. And the staff gives you fantastic support. I know this because at the previous place where I volunteered, the COE equivalent wasn't even aware of my existence. And I'm not talking of recognition. I just would have liked to have been told when they didn't need me to spare me the trip there and back for nothing, and my time traveling.
So how has SOS shown that they cherish you?
Oh, if you have a distressing call, the staff straight away caught on to it and I'm debriefed almost immediately. Or if they don't catch it, I go to them. Anybody I can just talk and debrief.
Angie, your role as a volunteer in SOS is not easy. We heard last year on They Are Making a Difference as well, the kind of responsibility that you carry. What have you learned about yourself through these kind of responsibilities?
It's not very flattering. I'm as delinquent as ever, unable to extend my SOS training outside the phone room. And as this skill is really a useful life skill, but I just find that, once you're outside, you tend to forget it and then want to give your advice, want to give your opinion, want to judge when you talk to your friends. And I remember very clearly on the 2 occasions when I used it with my granddaughters, how effective it was. The puff, the anger, the tenseness, the frustration just went out of their body. And they look at me with these clear eyes full of appreciation and amazement themselves that somebody here actually understands me.
Take us through these skills that you employed on your granddaughters that were so effective.
Yeah, this, I can't do this, Mom. I really don't want to do it. I said, so you find it difficult to do it, right, Sarah? And she says, yeah. And they look at you like, here's someone who understands me. No judgment, It's just that they tell you something, you just reflect back what they told you.
And of course, this is something you employ whenever you're talking to people on the phone when you're volunteering at SOS. What have you learned about those who you talk to, those facing suicidal thoughts?
Often it comes through very clearly in their tone of voice. The sobbing stops, or they themselves say, I feel much better now. Thank you so much for listening.
Do you ever feel that you're out of your depth when you're speaking to them?
Of course. You feel very challenged, often feel very challenged. There are times, and there are challenging calls. We have abusive callers. We have some who are not really distressed, but they just want a listening ear, so they'll hog the line. And you can see 3 calls on my phone, on the computer that I got 3 calls coming through.
Angie, it sounds really stressful as a job that doesn't even pay. And you've gone above and beyond your call of duty by performing 215% of your duty commitment over the past year. Why do you still do this?
Because coming to SOS is my reward. The bonus I give myself every week, I look forward to. And even though I don't deserve it, I still I cheat and I claim my reward coming to SOS.
Can you explain that to us a little bit more? What does it mean, a reward to come to the phone lines? Is it because you're able to help other people and see the results of your help?
Yeah, definitely that's one of the main things, yeah.
Can you give us an example of a call that you took and you felt completely gratified after?
Oh, there's so many. I can't give you the details, but a lot of the calls, I'll say 80% of the time, when the caller is really distressed and I applied what I've learned, my training, they are really, you can hear it from the tone of voice at the end of the call that, I have served my time, right?
And that was Angie from SOS, or the Samaritans of Singapore. If you'd like to find out more of what SOS does and maybe possibly even volunteer with them, do visit samaritans.org.sg. This has been They Are Making a Difference. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Daphne Lim.
They are making a difference on 938 Live.